Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we are going to see the elements of directing. These are the elements of directing: supervision, motivation, leadership, and communication. First, we'll see about supervision. Supervision means super. This word super actually means over, and the word vision means seeing. Okay, so this supervision means overseeing employees at work. We can just say that monitoring. Okay, so this refers to instructing, guiding, and observing the subordinates at work to ensure that they are working as per plans and to help them in solving their work problems. So here a manager plays a very important role because a manager has to instruct, guide, and observe the subordinates at work, and the manager also has to ensure that they work as per the plans, not according to their wish, as per the plans, and to help them in solving their work problems. So it is purely an official or formal organization. Okay, so this is the definition of supervision. It refers to instructing, guiding, observing the subordinates at work to ensure that they are working as per plans and to help them in solving their work problems. Now, when we speak about the supervision, it can be understood in two ways. The first one is overseeing and guiding the employees. Okay, so the first one is overseeing and guiding the employees and giving them instructions to accomplish certain objectives. And this is an element of directing according to our definition given. So this is the first view. The second view is it is one of the function which is performed by a supervisor. That is, the supervisor has to act as a link between management and the workers. So this is seen as a work of a supervisor, because we know pretty well we have supervisory level manager, isn't it? The third level manager is supervisory level manager, and this is one of the function performed by this supervisor. Okay, and this supervisor has to explain managerial plans and policies effectively to the workers, and whatever is the grievance of the workers should be again taken back to the management and should be conveyed as a form of feedback to the management. Okay, so these are the two views of understanding supervision. First one, like what we have in the definition given, it is guiding and overseeing the employees about the work what they do and to help them, motivate them to accomplish their goal. Okay, the second way of understanding is it is seen as the work of a supervisor who is working as a supervisory level manager. Okay, supervision is done by a supervisory level manager, and here he has to explain all the managerial plans and policies to the workers or employees, and he has to listen to the grievances and suggestions from the employee side, and in turn should convey it back to the management. Okay, so he acts as a link between the management and the workers. So these are the ways to understand the term supervision. Next, we are going to see the functions of a supervisor. So what are the work of a supervisor inside the organization? The first one is he has an interpersonal contact with the worker. Supervisor is the one person who meets the workers on a daily basis. Okay, because nobody else in the organization will meet the workers on a daily basis. It is the supervisor who maintains day-to-day contact and friendly relation with the workers, and he acts as a guide, friend, and philosopher to his workers. Next, he acts as a link between the workers and management. So he is the person who act as a link, who act as a mediator between the workers and management. He is responsible to convey the plans and policies of the management to the workers, and what are the grievances and suggestions from the employee side should also be conveyed back to the management in the form of feedback. Okay, so he is acting as a linking pin, and this supervisor helps to avoid a misunderstanding between the management and workers. So he has to do the work of clarifying the doubts of both management side and workers side. Next, promotes group unity. He plays a key role in maintaining the unity among workers. And if there is any differences, he sorts out all those differences among the worker. And if they misunderstand about the management also, he clarifies it then and there. Next, he helps in improving the performance. A supervisor will actually ensure that his teammates or his group members achieve the target given. Okay, so he takes the responsibility for the achievement of the task, and he motivates his workers effectively to achieve the target. Okay, he provides training to the employees. The supervisor who provides a good on the job training to the workers. Okay, a skilled and knowledgeable supervisor can definitely build an efficient team of workers, and he can arrange for appropriate training programs also for the workers. He influences workers. Being an effective leader, he can greatly influence the workers. Okay, so he builds up a high morale among the workers through good leadership. And finally, he provides feedback. A good supervisor always analyzes the work performed and he gives feedback to his workers. So this feedback is given to workers. And he also will suggest a few ways and means to develop their efficiency and effectiveness. Okay. So these are the functions of a supervisor. Thank you, children.